today I want to thank you guys for joining me today. The Hold On To You series continues. Today we are discussing connection. So I want you to drop in the comments where you're joining from. You can put the state, the city, or you can just put the state. It doesn't matter. If you are watching the playback, then please make sure that you put hashtag playback in the comments and let me know where you're joining from so that I just like to know who's joining and where people are joining from. I like to know that. That just helps me out here. So we are going to be discussing, let me get my chat done up here so I can see. Last week. So we're going to be talking about, this is the third installment of Holding On To You. So again, this series is about ways, we're discussing ways and sharing different ways that we as moms can maintain our individual identity outside of marriage and outside of motherhood. And we started off with our first session being about personal hobbies and interests, like things and how personal hobbies and interests can assist us in maintaining our identities. Last week we talked about me time, and we talked about the importance of scheduling, planning out that time, and don't underestimate, that a little bit of time is still good time for me time. And then this week, we're going to talk about connection. And next week is going to be our last session on the Holding On To You series, where we're going to talk about setting goals. So today we're going to talk about connecting with our friends and how staying connected with our friends actually assists us in maintaining our individual personality, or our individuality and our identity. Okay. So, hey, New Orleans. Okay. Know ya. It's Super Bowl Sunday. I hope everybody has on their team's gear, even if your team didn't make it. We still kick back. Exactly. It's the kickback before the Super Bowl. Exactly. This is the pregame show. And if you are here, you are in the right place. Okay. So today we're going to talk about how we're going to stay connected. And so I want to start with the first question. How important is staying connected to your friends to you? How important is staying connected to your friends to you? That's our first question. Drop it in the comments. Let me know how important that is to you. Okay. I think I did recap that we talked about me time last week while you guys give me some answers here. But we talked about me time last week and the importance of scheduling that time, planning that time out. We also discussed how, we want to make sure that we are getting up early or maybe staying up later so that we can get that me time in. And then the last point was that we want to make sure that we're not underestimating what a little bit of time to ourselves can do for us. So if you missed that, you can actually catch that playback. It's available on my channel. Hey. All right, so connection, we're talking about staying connected with our friends. So connection for us can be, talking on the phone, actually being with your friends in person. How important is staying connected with your friends to you? And the reason why I ask you that, because my next question is a follow-up question to that. Would how often you connect with your friends show the importance to how important it is to you? How often that you connect, is there a relation between how often you actually do it? So the importance of connection, is there a connection? Can I see that connecting with your friends is important to you by how often you connect with your friends? That's really what we're trying to get here. Okay, because it's very important that we maintain our friends. So going back with me, let's see here. It is important to me because friends, I need to be up to date with them and then with them to be up to date with me. Yes, me too. I need to know what's going on in your life, okay? Because then it's we got to have a whole 2-hour session because you talking to me about something that happened last year in 2023 in December because we ain't talked. And now we got to catch up. I need to know. We need some regular check-ins over here. Okay, it's very important. Connection outside of your house can be, yes, that is what I'm trying to get to. Yes, connection outside of your household. It's good to have a support system that's not family or related, someone that's outside of the house. That's what we're trying to get to. Yes, that's a good one. Community is major. Everyone is busy though. Yes, people are busy. We do have to take that into account when we are connecting with our friends. Exactly. And my friends get me too. So I do appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for your input. This is awesome. So yes, this is exactly where I wanted to get to when someone actually mentioned it's really important that we stay connected with our friends because they provide that invaluable support outside of our families, outside of things, okay? And it's important for us because that helps us maintain our personal identities with ourselves. It's really good if we still have friends that we're connected to before we got married. And it's also good for us to have, those friends that we're connected to before. But sometimes I understand life happens, life happens. And so like when you got married, maybe your group of friends change. I know for me, I kept some of my friends after I got married, but then I didn't. So, I mean, things can change. After you have a baby, that your friendship group can possibly change too. This is not necessarily a conversation about friends, because we can talk about that later. This is just more so about making sure that we're maintaining those connections, because when we maintain those connections, it helps us hold on to ourselves. Okay, so we talked about how often we connect. What ways do your friendships support you? And we've kind of already touched in on that, and that's what I want to kind of get to. In what ways do your friendships provide you the support that you need? I know for me, my friends provide me a different perspective. This is one of the reasons why I love my friends, okay? Because they provide me a different perspective on things. I can be a know-it-all sometimes. And don't even say nobody say nothing. I can be a know-it-all sometimes. So it's good to be able to have people like that can be a soundboard for you to kind of be like, maybe you should consider this perspective. Or maybe you should look at it this way. Or have you thought about it this way? So that's one awesome thing. That's an awesome way that my friends support me, and that they help me to, because I'm an overthinker too. And so they help me to kind of like step back from the ledge before I go all the way in and be like, Courtney, think about it this way. Kind of like slow down. So that's what they do for me. I need to vent from time to time is one of the comments. Yes. Your friends allow you to vent, and maybe you can't talk to the people that's in the household. You really shouldn't be talking to your kids, venting to your kids. I hope we're not doing that. We don't need to talk to them, but we need that outlet. And I think that our friendships can provide that. I added maybe one or two friends since marriage. Okay, well, that's good. So your friends, the dynamic, the group may change, but the support is what we're trying to get at here. Major life events are a shock to the system, no matter how good the life event is. That is true. Maybe we need to talk about that. That seems like that keep coming up. Maybe we need to discuss one day in the future how major life events changed our circles, because things do change. I still have single friends as a married woman, but I have more friends that are married. So I think that dynamic kind of changed. So it's hard with me being a woman. It's very difficult that all of my friends are also women and that they also are married and they have kids. So finding the time, so going back to me time, how often do we connect? It's hard for us to connect with our friends when they also are wives and they also are married and they have these other priorities and things. And so it just gets kind of hectic to try to make that time. So what are you doing when your friends have that busy time and you're busy? How are you making sure that you guys are having that time to connect? How are you making sure that you guys are connecting with your busy schedule and, things like that? How can you make sure that you're showing up and you're being supportive of your friends who may be going through things, but you don't know because, you got your whole plate in front of you, all this stuff that you got going on, and then your friends got things going on. So like, how are you guys navigating that? Friends change after life changes. Yes, that's a good topic. I'm actually write that down. Friends change after that. That's a girl. And this keeps coming up. That's why I said that would be a good topic to discuss later, friends. So how are we making sure in our busy lives that we're making time to stay connected? Because I feel like that's really what makes me feel lost. I'm an extrovert by textbook definition. I like people. I like being with people. I like hosting. I just enjoy people. And so I feel like I'm losing myself more so when I don't get time to see my friends, when I don't get to talk to my friends, when I don't get to do nothing with them. like, it makes me feel like, I mean, I'm more than Cruz's mom and I'm more than Quentin's wife. Like, that's what really keeps me grounded, my friendships. And so it's really an important, thing for me. So what are we doing to navigate that? By communicating and scheduling dates? Yes, that's a good one. My friends that are married support me in my marriage. They provide marriage advice. And my day ones, they help me maintain my identity. I like that. So you have like we can also discuss that. There are friend groups. So, you have your day ones, maybe like how he was saying he has his day ones. His day ones help him keep himself, help him maintain his individual identity. But then he has like certain friends that he goes to for marriage advice, and they may be more than likely his married friends. So that's good. We make sure that we communicate and we schedule. So I'm like always communicating with my friends. So like when it comes to like connecting, I probably talk to my friends, I know, on a weekly basis. And if not, like every other day, because like we're texting all day, or we're sending memes, or I'm tagging them in stuff that I see that reminds me of them. So I don't know. Do you guys consider that connecting, or is that not? Maybe I should ask that. Do you consider like, are you really connected if you're just sending memes? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I didn't really think about that before I started this. At one point, I had a designated friend day eat much. That is good, right? The thing is I struggle with the most is that life is busy. So I try to check in. Check-ins are good too. And see, check-ins have a role. Like maybe that you can schedule a weekly check-in, or maybe you can schedule, somebody else said schedule, maybe you can schedule a monthly check-in where you check in with them at least once a month. Like this is definitely going down. See, I have like my best friend, she stays in New Orleans. And so I don't get to see her every day. So I don't get to talk to her. And then she's a very busy mom as well, because she's going to school to be a nurse full time. And then she's actually a nurse. She's working as a nurse. And then she has kids and she's married. So it's a lot going on. So I don't really get to talk to her on the everyday, but we do have check-ins. So like monthly FaceTime calls and meetings and things like that, that allows you and helps you to stay connected. I do have a monthly brunch date. So that I have a monthly brunch date with my girls. We meet every month, and we have to schedule it. We literally like, okay, so what's up for March? Send out dates, and we send dates that they're available. Now they kind of go off my schedule, being that I'm at home and I have to do things when Quentin is off from work. So, but it works. We have a system, and it's been working for like two years now. So it works. So if you're sending memes, it shows the person that you're reminding of the person. And I think that it's a good way. It may not be the best way to connect, but I think it lets that person know, your friend know, that you're on my mind. I'm thinking about you. No, I don't talk to you every day, but I'm here. And I do like to convey that to my friends. Like I have to, every now and then send a text and be like, I'm here if you need anything, because sometimes we can I can't speak for everybody else, but I can speak for myself. I suffer in silence. I'm going to deal with it. I got some stuff going on. I might withdraw. That's just childhood habit. When I got a lot of stuff going on and I'm stressed out, I have a tendency to keep a lot of that stress to myself because I don't want to burden my friends with that. But that's the importance of those friendships, that support, is that your friends want you to know that you don't have to go through that by yourself. You don't have to carry that weight by yourself. Now, I do also agree, and I believe in like maybe checking in and making sure that it's okay for you to vent. Like, is it okay if I take this moment to vent? Like, are you in a good place? Because I don't want people to be, like they going through, and then I bring up to you just came from the grocery store mad and upset, and then now I'm going to tell you about my situation at the grocery store, and then that's just going to make you mad about your situation, and then we just got a lot of junk going on. I'm trying not to do that. Me too. Yes, same here. So we just have to make sure that we are making those times. And so then I also want to say that, emotional support. Our friends provide us emotional support, and it's very invaluable because if they're wives and also mothers, they can empathize with what we're going through. And so sometimes, no knock to husbands, and then definitely no knock to my husband. Sometimes you can't understand your husband, But sometimes, talking to your friend, you run that scenario back to them. They can kind of see you. And so your friendships help you to feel seen, like, because they understand where you're coming from, because maybe they have that same situation, or maybe they've had that same challenge in their marriage, their relationship. And so then it helps to, it just builds a stronger connection. Really feel that friendships don't get the clout and the attention and the recognition that they need, because it's just so much that goes into being friends. As I said before, your friendships provide you a different perspective. Yes, I was just going to say that, give you another perspective too. Your friendships provide you a different perspective. They allow you to see things differently. And they allow us to, because everybody has like a different background and a different way of seeing things. And maybe they receive things the way other people see things. So it just allows you to get that perspective that you may need, that you can bring home and be like, okay, well, maybe I didn't say this the way it needed to be said, or whatever. So it helps keep you grounded in that way, right? And then also, if your friends do something that you like to do, this is a great way for you to maintain your personal hobbies. Remember back in the first session, we were talking about how when you have me time, well, no, we were talking about hobbies, and we were saying how when you have like the online communities, or you have other people that are interested in that same hobby, it helps you keep up with it. So at one point in time, I had a book club with my friends, but they didn't read the books. But it helped open me up to the fact that I love to read. So it's that way your friendships can support you in helping you maintain your personal interests and things like that. Okay, so what other things do your friends provide? Because I don't think I got too many on that, or maybe I did and I just was running my mouth too much. No, I try to send my friends weekly messages to check in. I like that. You know what? I'm gonna make that a reminder for me, because I put so many reminders on my phone. I know my phone is tired of me. Hey, we're talking about friendships, and right now I'm asking the question, in what other ways do your friends support you? So we've talked about different perspectives. Our friends help us to maintain our personal interests and hobbies. We were discussing ways that we could also make sure that we make time. So we were talking about scheduling things out. So today, everybody gonna make sure that they schedule something with a friend, either an in-person date, a Skype, or something. This is really cute. I actually did a Starbucks date with my friend, where I went to a local Starbucks and she went to a local Starbucks, in her area, and we FaceTime and we had a Starbucks date. You have to date your friends, y'all. You got to date your friends. Your friends are your friends too. Why your friends are so important. If you have friends for a long period of time, they have, sustained you and seen you through, as you've evolved into the woman that you are, especially if they're like from college or from their your day ones, as was previously said. So it's like they've seen they've seen you evolve and become the person that you are. And so to be able to see that growth and still maintain those relationships and even navigate those major life events with each other and still hold each other down, like, y'all be sleeping on friends. Y'all be sleeping on y'all's friends. I'm telling y'all. That is cute. I know. I thought it was cute. I think some people thought it was corny, but it was cute to me. I thought it was cute. All right. So yeah, I just wanted to discuss friendships. I want you guys this week to make sure that you stay connected. Make a point to stay connected this year. This year, those topics, I wanted to start off with the Hold On To You series, because I want these things to be fresh on our brains at the top of the year, so that we can make points and goals. And that's what the next section is about setting goals. Making a point to schedule me time. Making a point to pursue personal interests and hobbies, making a point to try new things that we've always wanted to try, making a point to stay connected. Stay connected with your friends. Your friends and being with your friends provides so much like mental health relief and helps to reduce stress. Y'all know I'm a mental health person, right? I'm not a mental health professional or anything like that, but mental health is very important to me. And the last thing that I want to say as far as support, your friendships provide you that mental release that you need. Someone mentioned venting. It allows you to connect with them and kind of like de-stress, because you laugh with them and you have fun with them and they take you back and y'all reminisce and y'all joking about stuff. It just relieves a lot of stress. And so it's really important that you are connecting with your friends. And even if you're like me and you're a suffer in silence type person, reach out to your friends. Find ways to reach out. or maybe y'all come up with some type of code word or something, like when you going through and you need to just text that code word, like just pray for me. Just make sure you keep me in your prayers, because I'm really going through or whatnot. Because I know that, me, I feel guilty because I'd be like, I'm so busy, I haven't checked in, I haven't contacted my friends. And I feel like sometimes we all fall into that trap where we feeling guilty. Your friend understands. Like if your friend is me, she's cleaning up poo and pee off of her floor. She understands that you got a lot of stuff going on. And if you text and just reach out and be like, I haven't checked in, we haven't connected, just know that you on my heart. We need to schedule something this week. We really need to talk this week. Your friend loves you. Your friend understands. And your friend is going to look out for you. You need it for your mental health. Don't always be so focused on being a good friend that you don't allow your friends to be a good friend to you. Because that's my problem, okay? You can get so focused on like, what can I do to improve as a friend? What can I do to be better? Then you focus on being such a good friend all the time and being the outlet and allowing people to come to you, that you don't allow your friends to show up and be a good friend to you, right? So oh yes, suffer in silence, girl. Yes, I was actually about to do it. I enjoy new experiences with friends, like trips or even staycations. Yes, I would love to do a staycation with my friends, and I can't wait to do like a girls trip with my friend. I'm really looking forward to it, and I want to one day, like I want to create like a sisterhood, because I want to create some type of community where these sessions become like in person. And I don't know, that may be in the future, and maybe I should have just kept that to myself, but I feel like connection is so important in community. Our kids are more, like, I've seen the meme that says like, adults need villages too. We all need somebody. And I feel that this can be the start of that. This can be the beginning workings of that. And so, guys, if you guys are interested in down, like, that would be tight to have some experiences with each other. But yes, so I just want to conclude this one. This has been rich. This has been fun. I don't know if you guys had fun, but I did. How many of us are excited to see the Usher concert tonight at 6? We're so excited to see Usher. I'm trying to get me some tickets to go see him in person. Okay. I can't wait. This is going to really be like one of those moments, a reminiscing moment for us. Millennial 90s babies. The 90s raised us, really 80s, early 90s babies. We're just going to be really hyped. Yes. Love a village. We got to keep the village. Make sure that you are allowing your friends to be good friends to you, right? Reach out to your friends when you're going through stuff now. Call them. I'm going to call my friends now and tell them, I don't know what I'm going to tell them. But I really wanted to have like a Super Bowl party. But yeah, I'm all over the place. Okay. But yeah, just to conclude, next week, Sunday at 2, we're going to meet here and we're going to talk about setting goals. We're going to be setting goals for ourselves, personal, maybe career-wise. But we also want to make sure that we're looking into pursuing those personal interests that we talked about, some things that we wanted to try. Like I mentioned, I want to do piano. I've already found somebody to teach me how to play the drum set. So we're just waiting to see when our schedules align. So, right, that personal time, me time, make sure that we're scheduling me time. How many of us actually scheduled me time and actually prioritized time for ourselves this past week? I went and got my hair done. But I should have went out and had lunch too. But, we want to make sure that we're getting that in. And then today we talked about friendships and connections. We want to make sure that when we do our setting goal session, that we're planning time to meet with our friends, planning time to schedule these events and having new experiences with them. There's so many awesome things to do with your friends now, like escape rooms and that wasn't a thing before. Now they have like these selfie stations, like these places where you can go and like take pictures and do selfies and stuff. Maybe nobody else is interested in that, but I think that's pretty cool. I did. My me time is reading. A book club, reading. Making time to make sure that we're reading, or maybe joining a book club, or maybe creating our own. Maybe heading that up and starting that. So yeah, I definitely want you guys to make sure that we are scheduling that, putting me time on my list for this week. Please do, and let us know next week when you come back, because you guys got to come back. Okay. Let us know next week. How did that you scheduling your me time? Food is my go-to. Yes. My hobby is exploring new restaurants because that's what we do on our girls' time. We go to a new restaurant for brunch, okay? I like to explore new restaurants and try new food. Even though I get the same meal at a different restaurant, I'm be trying to test, I be testing it to see if it tastes better than the last place. Don't judge me, okay? I'm gonna go with the safer option when I'm trying I'm trying a new restaurant, so I'm gonna try a safe meal. I mean, don't judge me for that. But yeah, so I do thank you. I appreciate all of you who joined today. Oh, I love you guys so much. Thank you for joining. I don't know what y'all laughing at. But thank you so much. And tune in next Sunday. I hope that you guys take care of you. Make sure you stay connected. Reach out to your friends this week. Bye. Enjoy the Usher concert. It's not the Super Bowl. It's the Usher concert. Enjoy the Usher concert tonight. Bye, you guys.